What's going on, guys? Josh from SoccerReviewsForYou.com bringing you the What's in My Soccer Bag video for the month of November 2017. This is a series that's all about highlighting some of my personal favorite products that I found myself using throughout the previous month. This includes apparel, equipment, as well as footwear. So I show you each individual product, tell you what I like about it, and of course you have the opportunity to get it for yourself by either clicking the little pop-up in the corner of the screen or the first link down below in the description. That'll take you to the What's in My Soccer Bag page on my website, where you'll find individual buy it now links with exclusive SR4U coupon codes for all the items in today's video. This is by far the longest running series on my channel, so if you guys would like to see it continue into the new year, don't forget to support this video with a like. And without further ado, let's get right into it. First things first, you need a bag to hold your stuff, and the bag I found myself using is a fairly large one this month. This is the Nike Brasilia size large duffel bag in red. You can get it in a couple different colors. It's made out of a textile material. It's got nice heavy duty zippers, all the straps you could possibly want, including a shoulder strap. Big side pockets on either side, and then the central compartment is gigantic. You can fit a ton of stuff. So I like this because if I am actually carrying a ton of different apparel and equipment and balls, I can fit it all in one. Or even if I just want to bring one pair of shoes and a couple different soccer balls, you can actually fit 3 or 4 balls in this bag without any issues at all. So if you need a really good large duffel bag, this is one that I can strongly recommend. The first piece of apparel is something that I have to have whenever I play any kind of a sport, and that is compression shorts. These are the ones I've been using. These are the Storelli Body Shield Anti-Abrasion Compression Shorts. Retail is $50, so they're kind of on par with a lot of higher end compression shorts, but these are more soccer specific in that it does have these anti-abrasion pads down the side. Now, it's not a physical pad, it's just a more rugged textile material. So if you've ever played on artificial grass and slid and found that the side of your leg just gets torn and scraped up by the artificial grass, that's what this is designed to prevent. They stay in place really nicely, and these anti-abrasion pads going down the side of either leg really make a big difference in terms of preventing those scrapes and cuts down the side of your leg if you do play on artificial grass a lot and you end up sliding. Given that it's the winter, I'm playing on artificial grass probably 9 times out of 10, so something like this is very much appreciated. Plus, they're very comfortable, they're super durable, they're available in black or white depending on what you prefer or what you need, and honestly, they're just really, really good compression shorts. The first training top that I have to show you is by Under Armour. It is the Pitch 2 Threadborne top, which is actually designed as a high-end team kit. And the thing that drew me to this particular shirt was the retail price, which was fairly steep at $50 US, and I was curious as to why that is. Now that I've actually had the opportunity to try it and try it on, the material is awesome. This is one of the highest quality training tops slash jerseys that I've ever felt. And what's cool about this particular shirt is since I got it a month ago, it's actually available now at half price in every colorway they currently have. So for $24.99, you're getting something that's easily on par in terms of quality to Nike's Aero training line. It really is that nice. It's a super thin material, very, very stretchy, fits really nicely, super comfortable to wear, fully ventilated mesh at the back that's all elasticated as well. Again, the quality of the material here is really what shines when you hold this in your hands. Super simple styling. It's got the Under Armour logo right there, kind of at the upper shoulder on the front, and then the Under Armour logo on the back of the neck, which is kind of a signature of the brand. It's got this collar with a little kind of V-cut split at the bottom of the neck area, which I actually think looks quite good. And again, it fits nice, it's super, super comfortable, and for $24.99, I guarantee you're not gonna find a better quality and more comfortable training top than this. The next training jersey that I have for you is by Adidas. It is the Stadium Icon jersey, which I really, really like the look of. I picked it up mainly because of the retro styling. I love the Adidas stripes going across the front and back of the right shoulder, and then you don't have it on the opposite side. Simple Adidas logo there on the front and pretty much nothing on the back, but it does have this kind of retro styled collar as well. It's a Climalite material, but it's a little bit heavier than the average Adidas kind of modern training jersey. So for cooler weather, even if you're wearing this underneath a sweater or something like that, it will keep you a little bit warmer, although if it is hot, it still is cool enough to where you're not gonna have any issues with it. But I think the material as a whole is just very fitting for the style of shirt that it is. It's got the little Adidas Tango logo right there on the side, kind of hanging off. Hopefully you guys can see that. And again, I just love the look of this shirt. It's also available in the opposite colorway to what I'm holding here. This is the white variation with black stripes. You can get it in black with the white stripes as well. So for me, the retro vibe is the reason to pick this up. And for $29.99, it's actually pretty fairly priced. The third and final training top I have to show you guys is also from Adidas, but it is a fair bit more expensive than the first two. It is the Adidas Paul Pogba graphic jersey with a retail price of $79.99. Now this was part of the Season 2 Paul Pogba collection that came out closer towards the beginning of November. It is actually still available now, and the clothing line I didn't actually get to see all that much of, but when I saw this, I knew it's something that I really wanted. If you guys saw my review on the shoe, the A17.1 TR, that went up about a month ago now, you'll recognize this camo pattern. It's consistent across this entire collection, and it's a really high quality knit to the shirt itself. It's almost translucent, as you guys can see. You actually can see me through one layer of the shirt. Super stretchy. So the quality is definitely there considering the higher retail price. I would actually go as far as to say that the quality is actually nicer than the replica Adidas jerseys that you can buy for the same amount of money. You also notice that it's got some pretty cool detailing here with the Adidas logo on the front, the Paul Pogba logo. It's kind of subtle. It almost looks like it's translucent, and then the Paris branding across the middle, but all of that translucent material is actually reflective, which is something that I didn't actually realize until I got the shirt in person. Fits really nicely, super comfortable to wear. You can train in it, you can wear it casually, and that's really the main reason why I got it, more so for casual wear than anything. And if you're a big Paul Pogba fan, this is definitely one of those limited edition pieces of apparel that you may want to pick up. For training shorts, I went with these. This is the Under Armour Pitch 2 Free Flow Woven Training Shorts. And again, kind of like the training jersey, I picked these up because it was part of a collection that I had never seen before from Under Armour that was really expensive. These retail for $55, but just like that training jersey as well, it's now available at a significant discount. You can get this in all the currently available colorways for $34.99. And for that price, again, it's pretty unbelievable how good the quality is. It's made out of this really thin, nice stretchy material. It's very high quality. Again, I would kind of compare this to the Aero line from Nike, but obviously for $34.99 versus paying like 75 bucks for a single pair of shorts like you would with the Aero stuff. Very subtle in terms of branding. It's got the Under Armour logo there on the back and then the small Under Armour logo there on the front. This is the all black variation. I think there are a few different colors to choose from. It's got vented area going across the back, and then it also has the laser cut holes, which is again a very high-end feature that you wouldn't expect to be able to get for $34.99. It also has a really nice waistband with the zip tie, not a zip tie, sorry, the strings there on the inside so you can actually tie up the waist to hold them up if that's an issue for you. It's fully ventilated through the middle as well. And again, they're just super comfortable, very thin, not restrictive in any way at all, super high quality soccer shorts. So for $34.99, strongly recommended. Since it's November now, winter is officially here, and depending on where you live, it might be really cold. Where I live, it is really cold. Some winter training apparel is definitely a requirement for this time of year. So let me show you some apparel that I picked up. The first item is this. This is the Adidas Stadium Icon quarter zip fleece top with a retail price of $65. And the reason why I picked this up, very similar to that training top in terms of overall styling. I really like the look of the Adidas stripes over the right shoulder, which are actually stitched on top of the fleece material, if you're wondering. It's not actually cut out, which again, I just like the look of. It gives it a very old school vibe. And it's very simple in terms of being black in color with the white stripes, the white Adidas logo there on the front, and that's pretty much it. The entirety of the sweater is a fleece material, which is super soft, super warm. It's got a little bit of an extended collar. Obviously, it is a quarter zip, so you do have that option to unzip the very front of it if you want to, or you can keep it fully zipped up for maximum warmth. It's got the zipper pockets there on the front as well. And it's just a really comfortable, super warm training top. Obviously something you can use for outside when it is really cold to train in, or if you just want to wear it casually, I guess depending on your style, but for me personally, I would have no issues wearing this casually either. And honestly, for $65 for a full fleece top like this, that's as good quality as this is, I actually don't think it's a bad deal either. This next item I have to show you, I got mainly because it's ridiculously expensive and I wanted to see whether or not it would even come close to meeting my expectations. This is the $200 Nike Aero Shield drill top. Why is this $200? It's Nike, they kind of charge what they want, but it's Aero Shield. It's the material that you're paying for, kind of like Nike's Aero line, but this is specifically designed for wind and rain resistance. So it's kind of like a windbreaker rain jacket And the material is wind resistant for sure, and it's very, very water resistant. Water just beads right off of this. It doesn't absorb an ounce of water, which is really, really nice. So it's very effective in terms of what it sets out to do. And what's different about this versus a typical windbreaker material is that it's actually very, very stretchy, or at least has more stretch than the average windbreaker would have. So in terms of restrictiveness and really making a lot of noise as you run around like a windbreaker would have, this doesn't necessarily do that. So in that regard, it is better than an average windbreaker, but it's also like 150% more money. So whether or not that's worth it to you, I don't know. It's kind of something you have to determine for yourself. In my opinion, probably not worth it, but if you can afford it, it definitely looks and feels cool when you're wearing it. So typical Nike styling here. It's got a Nike swoosh on the front. This isn't a jacket, of course. It is a pullover kind of quarter zip sweater style construction. Fully long sleeve, of course. It's got the little thumb slots at the end as well for a little bit of extra warmth. You're gonna find the zipper on the front that is all weather sealed as well. And then it also has a zipper going down the side as well, as you guys saw in the intro, which is mainly there, I think, for the sake of letting in a little bit of extra cool air if it does get a little bit warm while you're wearing this. That's a nice little feature. And you also notice on the front, kind of lower chest armpit area, it does have the laser cutout holes on either side, which is pretty cool. And then it does also have a ventilated section kind of at the upper back area at the back of the shirt. Looks really nice, fits really nice, feels really nice. Is it worth $200? Probably not. For training pants, I went with these. These are the Adidas Real Madrid 17-18 training pants with a retail price of $64.99. Now it's an official licensed product, but basically they're just Tiro pants. You pay that extra 20 bucks for the fact that they are Real Madrid branded. So it is a black base with Real Madrid's teal accent color in the form of the stripes down the side of the leg, the logo there on the front, the Adidas branding, of course, and they even went as far as to include the strings on the inside of the waistband in that same teal color as well, which is a nice touch. You can see the inside material, very, very soft, nice and comfortable, decently warm as well. It's got the zipper side pockets at the top, and it does have the zipper at the bottom of the tapered leg as well, so you can put them on and take them off without removing your cleats. Great for training, comfortable to wear around casually as well. And really, if you're just looking for some cool pants, I think the Adidas Tiro pants line in general is something that is worth a buy. If it's cold outside, at least for me personally, my hands are always freezing, so field player gloves are a must. And I found these brand new ones from Under Armour. They're simply the Under Armour field player gloves, and the retail price is $29.99, which is about what you would expect from any of the major brands, 25, 30 bucks. That's how much they go for if you've never bought a pair before. So these aren't ridiculously expensive if you're wondering. And really, I must say, these are the nicest field player gloves that I've personally ever worn. I know a lot of people might be more inclined to go with a Nike or an Adidas glove, but what I like about these Under Armour ones is the quality of materials, better than any other field player gloves I've personally ever worn. It's got a nice kind of warm but still slightly ventilated material across the majority of the backhand and back of the fingers, but the index finger as well as the top of the kind of backhand you can see is a fleece material, which is not only warm, but it allows you to actually wipe sweat because that's actually going to absorb the material without making your hand really, really cold. It's just an extra piece on top. What I also like about these is it's got a ton of rubber through the fingers as well as the palm. Sometimes they'll just have them at the very fingertips. So if you do need to throw the ball in, which is generally a requirement in the game for a lot of players, this actually has sufficient grip. Whereas if it's just the fingertips, it can actually make things a little bit more difficult. And it's also available in multiple colors as well. This is the black and neon yellow one. The other thing that's great about these, I flipped the other hand inside out, it's got their infrared technology on the inside. So the entire liner is their infrared material, which is extremely effective at locking in heat inside the glove. So while the material might seem very, very thin, you'll immediately notice that when you put these on, your hands get warmer after about 30 seconds, and it really does help to lock in that heat extremely effectively, more so than any other field player glove that I've personally ever worn. So in terms of field player gloves, these Under Armour ones I would very strongly recommend if you're on the market for a new pair or your first pair. For socks, these are what I wear 9 out of 10 times when I play. Nike Grip socks, specifically the crew length variation, which retails for about $28 US. What's great about these is the black, white, and gray material you have running across the bottom of the foot as well as in the heel. That's the Nike Grip section. It's a special material that to the touch has a slightly grippy, almost rubbery texture to it, but at the same time, when you actually put these on, I think a lot of people will be surprised that they just feel like regular socks. It doesn't feel like anything abnormal. And if you've worn a pair of true socks, which is the main sock that people like to compare this product to, and rightfully so, those actually feel a lot different. They have a firmer sensation in general, and you can find that the pads on True Socks tend to have a little bit of a crusty hardness to them over time, which some people love, some people don't like as much. For me, I really like this because if your shoes already fit you quite well, having that little bit of extra grip from this material does help to eliminate that little bit of slippage that you would otherwise have with a regular pair of socks, but they maintain the standard comfort level and softness that regular socks provide that you don't necessarily get from True Socks. And that's not to say True Socks are bad at all. I just prefer something like this just because I find it more comfortable. And comfort, after all, is something that you have to strive for with your footwear and especially your socks. I think people undervalue the importance of socks when it comes to being comfortable in the first place and avoiding issues like blisters and stuff like that. If you're getting blisters a lot, it might be due to your socks, either because they're low quality or they don't fit you properly. And if you're having issues with slippage, something like this or even True Socks might help you out tremendously in terms of fixing that problem. Whenever I wear shin guards, this is my go-to combo. Storelli Body Shield leg sleeves, which you can get for about $30, a little bit less with an SR4U coupon code, and C6 Agility carbon fiber shin guards, which you can get for about $135, again, with an SR4U coupon code. What's great about the leg sleeves is they basically negate the need for any kind of tape to hold your shin guards in place. So it's a sleeve that holds itself in place really nicely. It's got a built-in pocket on the front, so the shin guards don't even have to sit directly against your leg. Because of the design, the shin guards can't fall through the bottom of the sleeve. And then it also has the pour-on foam down the outside of your calf, protecting an area that wouldn't normally be covered. As far as the shin guards are concerned, they're $135, so very expensive, certainly not for everybody, but if you can justify the price tag, they really are the best of the best as far as shin guard products go. Super rigid, very, very protective, but at the same time, super thin, fit extremely well, and basically shin guards that you forget that you're wearing entirely. So again, if you can justify the price tag, it's the last pair of shin guards that you'll ever need to buy. For a ball, I've been using this, the new Adidas Telstar 18, the official match ball for the 2018 World Cup to be held in Russia. This, of course, being the winter ball variation, which features an orange base rather than a white base. The design, still growing on me. I can't say that I'm a huge fan of it, but in general, it's a very good soccer ball. But it better be good because it retails for $165, making this the most expensive match ball ever to be released, just $5 more than everyone else's match ball. Is it worth it? Kind of like any of the match balls at full price, it's really up to you to decide for yourself. I do think the match balls in general, whether you're buying this one, the Nike Ordum, the Champions League ball from Adidas, they're all the best of the best in terms of overall quality. They just kind of separate themselves in terms of little performance quirks, but really I wouldn't say one is better than the rest. And in terms of durability, build quality, and general performance characteristics, they really are the best soccer balls that you can buy. Whether or not you want to buy it right now while it's full price, or wait 6 months until after the World Cup when they're going to be discounted with the leftover stock, again, that's kind of something you have to decide on your own. But if you can't wait, I definitely think that this is a really good soccer ball. If you want to learn more about it, I'll leave a little pop-up on screen where I not only review the World Cup match ball, but I go over the entire lineup currently available, so be sure to check that video out if you haven't seen it already. This next item is something that I've been using consistently for a couple of months now, and they've helped me out a lot in terms of achieving better comfort in my shoes, as well as injury prevention, especially during the winter months where I'm playing more on artificial grass, which is just a lot harder on your body in general. I'm talking about Correct Sole Active Pro insoles. These are replacement insoles that fit in literally any soccer cleat at all, but they add arch support, something that you really don't get from soccer cleats, period, either from the shoes themselves or the insoles that they come with. So you notice that this does feature a foam construction. It's got pour-on inserts, but it has this little plastic piece in the middle. It's a special material that's actually a lot more structured than you'd expect it to be, but it also has good flex to it. And because of that flexibility, it actually moves with your foot and is low profile enough to fit in any soccer cleat at all. I know a lot of people get custom orthotics made, but those are made for regular footwear that are much higher volume in terms of overall fit. So when you try to put them in soccer cleats, they're either too stiff or too big or both, and it just doesn't work all that well. So something like this is definitely worth your consideration if you're looking to add arch support to your soccer cleats. This is the low variation because I am slightly flat-footed, but they do have a medium and high arch type available as well. Retail is $49.99, so they're not super cheap, but really there isn't any other product like it out there on the market. And again, if you're looking to add arch support to your soccer cleats, I would definitely check these out. As far as footwear is concerned, I love doing a lot of off the field training, going to the gym, stuff like that. And for those types of activities, this is what I've been using a lot. These are the Adidas Crazy Train Elite training shoes. And what's great about these is they're extremely comfortable. Retail is $140, which is not too steep, all things considered, because you do get a full length boost midsole. Now these aren't necessarily going to feel like Ultra Boost running shoes in terms of the amount of underfoot cushioning you get. The cushioning is really, really good, but at the same time it has the firmness and general stability you would need from a training shoe. So not only is this designed to run in, you can sprint in these, you can make quick changes of direction, you can pretty much do whatever you want in these. That's what they're made for. It's got this really nice woven upper with nice reinforcements running through the lacing system as well. It's got a cool look to it with the kind of Ultra Boost style S-curve heel right there. And it's just a really, really comfortable shoe. Solid rubber outsole, so durability is really good. This one is all white, and I've managed to keep them clean somehow because I've pretty much only wore them indoors. But really, really good trainers if you're looking for a pair of shoes that you can pretty much do anything in. Because winter is here, I did play a little bit of indoor soccer this month as well. And when I did, this was my go-to. This is the Nike Tiempo X Proximo 2 Indoor, the brand new Legend 7 indoor variation with a steep retail price of $175. It definitely is expensive. If you don't have the money for this, I definitely think that the much cheaper Legera model is a very solid option considering the outsole is pretty much the same. The quality of the upper is not as good, but it's still very, very good considering the much lower price tag. But if you want the best of the best, this is basically the upper of the Legend 7 sitting on a lunar lawn base with decent traction overall and this nice suede piece along the toe for the sake of durability. Feels really good, offers a nice soft leather touch, super, super comfortable, decent underfoot cushioning as well with the lunar lawn midsole. And again, just a really, really good shoe. I'm personally a huge fan of the Legend 7. I would say it's my personal favorite FG shoe that you can buy right now. And for indoor, I have to say these are equally as good. As far as cleats go, November saw the release of a bunch of new stuff from Adidas, Puma, as well as Nike. Nike more so limited edition stuff, but we'll get into that in just a second. From Adidas though, I really like this, the Predator 18.1, my favorite from the new Predator lineup. I much prefer this over the 18 plus variation. The lockdown and just general adjustability that you get because of the lacing system on the 18.1 makes the world of difference in terms of overall performance, lockdown, and general comfort. It's a very solid shoe in general. I have to say it's not a true Predator in my opinion. There's no rubber elements, there's no leather. And really the rubber elements to me are something that I would have liked to have seen on this particular shoe, but as an improvement over what we got from the previous Ace model, or the Ace line, which is basically what this replaces, these are significantly better. The Prime Knit upper is super comfortable, soft against your foot. There's pretty much no break-in time. I actually don't mind the look or feel of the collar, mainly because you don't really feel the collar at all. The sole plate and stud pattern is kind of typical Adidas. What can I really say? The shoe as a whole has a nice solid feel to it, and the fact that they are FGAG is a nice feature as well. So if you do play on natural grass as well as artificial grass, which I do from time to time in the winter time, mostly on artificial grass though, it's nice that you do have that option to only have to carry one pair of shoes with you rather than multiple pairs. So overall, really, really solid option if you were interested in one of the new Predators. The second cleat that I really liked in November was this, the new Puma Future 18.1, which I think is an excellent concept in that you have this net fit system on the upper that allows you to essentially create your own lacing system. The gimmicky part of that is that a lot of people think that there's like top 10 lacing systems to use on this particular shoe and you should try them all because they're all going to offer different performance characteristics to the shoe. That's not really the case. I think you should adjust the lacing system while the shoe is on your foot to figure out what feels best for you in terms of overall comfort, lockdown, and responsiveness. It depends on the shape of your foot, it depends on what you like the feel of from your shoes, but a lot of these crazy lacing systems where the laces are kind of all over the side and they barely ever cross over, not the most effective in my opinion, but once you have the shoe set up properly, it's really, really good in terms of overall performance characteristics. It's got a knitted base to it, their Evo knit material. I think the shoe as a whole looks really good, although we've only really seen this launch color, which is more of a limited edition pre-release variation, so the actual colorways might look a little bit different. It's solid on feet, it's got a fairly lightweight feel to it, it's priced right at $220 rather than $300, which is what I was hoping they wouldn't be, and it's FGAG as well, although definitely more of a true FG stud pattern in my opinion. So this colorway is pretty much sold out at this point, but more colorways are on the way. And honestly, I think if you were considering the new Puma Future 18.1, it is a really solid option, and I'm curious to see what Puma is going to do in the future with this new concept. An honorable mention goes out to the Nike Mercurial Vapor Flyknit Ultra. This saw a limited re-release in November in the Fire and Ice Pack colorways. An excellent boot, in my opinion, one of the best releases of 2017 from a technical as well as a performance standpoint. It's too bad they never made this a general release, but if you did manage to get your hands on a pair, you're lucky because this is an excellent shoe. Anyways, guys, that is it for the November 2017 edition of What's in My Soccer Bag. Again, if you saw something in this video that you're interested in, first link down below. You'll find buy it now links for every individual product, along with exclusive SR4U coupon codes. You'll be able to get them slightly below their normal retail price, some well below their normal retail price, depending on what it is. As always, if you have any questions, leave them down below in the comments, and I'll do my best to get an answer out to you as soon as I possibly can. If you enjoy the video and enjoy this series, don't forget to support it with a like. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest and greatest soccer gear, including monthly What's in My Soccer Bag videos. All my social media information, that's linked in the description as well. And other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one.